Welcome back. Let's log in. This is actually day 2 as well, so I haven't got any time between the last episode of this one. Hopefully my stables will be ready to upgrade when I get logged in. That's one of the first things I'm going to be doing. There's also something else that's important that I actually should have probably done yesterday. I didn't. Especially with the first character. It's not so important on multiple characters unless you plan on making a crafter. So I should tell you exactly what I've forgotten. If you know anything about the game. Okay, daily rewards. New month begins, awesome. Let's do our stables. Yep, they're ready. Sweet too. Awesome. I actually did, just for speed's sake, send myself some stuff from my main account. I made myself a little bit of gear and just sent myself a little bit of cash so you didn't have to see me grinding up gold and stuff. As I said, the best way to get the gold too early on is to steal stuff. I will actually just do that very quickly because it's also a good way to get your ledger domain. So I'll show you exactly where to steal. Oh, I think Tilly heard giblets. Okay, I also sent myself some actual specific food, which is this one here. I put that in. That's actually much better than this stuff. I'm still going to keep this because I'm going to use it as we go through. Oh, we got those as well. I normally keep my best potions slotted on top, and then my weaker potions slotted to the left, which is what I'm going to do there. As I say, I did send myself some level 4 training gear as well. Set myself an Inferno staff. I've got no enchants on any of this because I wanted to show you if you're not enchanting what you can do. So let's just put my gear on. I'll look all fanciful now. The gear I'd made myself, and you can get training gear from anybody if you're in a good guild. They've got crafters, they'll make you training gear. They might not necessarily make it purple for you unless you've got mats, and even then they might still ask for mats. Or you can pay for it if they've got a fee. But yeah, I made it all training. Julianos. I like spell parasite because obviously you restore magic every time you deal some damage, so it's kind of nice just for a bit of sustain early on. It's not necessarily end game stuff, but it is kind of nice to keep that sustain going. Plus the fact you've got a nice balanced amount of stats there with spell damage, spell crit, and max magicka, and it complements Julianos as well. But having no mag recovery on any of that stuff other than my jewelry, actually, has got. I'm going to go and get some spell cost reduction. It does mean that we don't have much mag recovery, but because the game's so nice to you early on, when you're a lowbie, it grants you some magicka recovery automatically. So that's why I didn't put any on my. I keep trying to land. Okay, so one of the things I said we should be doing is looking at researching any traits that we've got on items. You can see there I've got a powered lightning staff. It's not the best trait to be learning early on. It's not something I'm going to be using, so I'm not going to actually bother with that one right now. I'm going to see if I can get myself something that I actually would use. That way, if you need to transmute anything or if you need to reconstruct anything, you'll be able to do it on your character. Reconstruction in particular, so even if you're not going to be a crafter, I'd highly recommend that all your characters are able to craft a limited amount. Also, because I sent myself some money, I love backspace. The more you can carry, the easier your life becomes. So I'm going to spend the majority of my cash right up front on some backspace. Yeah, I'd advise getting backspace as soon as possible. You do get one free upgrade somewhere early on. I think it's like level 7 or something. So you don't have to pay for that first one, but it's only 400 gold, so it's not too bad. So we've got a training greatsword there. So what else we've got? So training's not too bad if you wanted to reconstruct yourself something in training. But again, it's not ideal. Training, well fitted. So I'm not going to bother with that. any of those traits. I'm just going to deconstruct. I'm really going to be looking for divines or impen. Those are the two pieces I'm going to use early on. So I can deconstruct all of those. I don't have Somerset, so I cannot deconstruct any jewellery. I cannot do anything in jewellery crafting. That's something that I would highly recommend, is getting Somerset if you can. You can get it from Crown Store right now, so it's not too bad. Or you can get it from somebody if you can get a trusted Crown gifter. They could help you out as well. Bank space, just like bag space, I'm going to buy the first upgrade because I can afford it. I'm actually going to put, because I don't have a craft bag, because I don't have SO+, I'm literally going to use this for crafting stuff only. So I'm going to put anything that's to do with crafting materials, just like a craft bag. I'm going to use my bank in that manner. Yeah, all the other stuff can just stay. One thing I'm also going to do is I'm going to have a look, see if there's any more guilds out there, because whilst it's nice to be in a nice big guild, if you can be in a couple of big guilds, it really does help. I'm going to look for PvE guilds. I'm not planning on doing any PvP. This is obviously purely your choice, which one you take here. SO Social are a really good guild actually. I know this is, I know Rumbo. You won't know who this is, but they're actually pretty active, so I'm going to send a message. You can actually set yourself as well, if you're going to make a few applications, this is something I highly recommend, is you can set yourself an application message, and just a general one saying, hey, I'm new to the Elder Scrolls online game community to grow. And I just make that as my standard message, so next time I put an application in, I go back and look at the guilds. There's some of these, like this one, Valhalla here, they have like a minimum, you'll see there, a minimum champion points of 1,000. That's quite a lot of champion points. So you would have to apply as well on a CP character that is 1,000 for most of those. You can say reading down as well. It's quite a high ranking guild, as in, like, you know, they're after like a lot of minimum requirements, DPS check-in probably as well, and gear check-in. So yeah, that's probably a very, very, what we call a sweaty guild, and it's certainly not one for new players. So again, avoid those kind of ones. You are looking for something that's new player friendly, even though you're looking for guilds that got lots of active members. So, because the reason is because my next step is going to require guilds with lots of active members, and that's going to help you grow as well. The more players online, yeah, the more options that come available to you, because like you'll see a lot more guilds plug in for trials and dungeons and things. It's a lot easier to get groups that way. This claims to be a small guild. They're growing. Have a guild house, craft tables, guild table, purchase. Really talkative. Okay, that sounds nice. It's got 5k per week dues. I'm not sure if that's just for trade or if that's just to be in the guild, because it doesn't state that it's for just for the trader. I'm going to think that that's probably to actually be in the guild. So I'm going to give that one a pass, because yeah, right now I'm going to be broke. So 5k a week is going to be a lot for me. Hell's Outcasts, minimum CP 25, so no good. Look at this one here, 1400. Wow, that's, yeah, that's quite a lot. 600, 800. Wow, all these minimum CP points. Oh crikey, Outback House. Oh, there's an Australian one guild. That's actually kind of quite nice, quite fitting for me because I'm in the UK. So their evenings are going to be my playtime right now. that does look like a decent guild, so let's apply to that one. As I say, my message is already filled out because I've got my application message set to there. Just go join, send an application in. Let's just look for one more. I'm actually going to look for a social guild rather than a PvE now. So these are going to come up with some different hits for me. The Silver Hounds, balanced. There's a casual one here as well. A laid back guild, social guild. They say the trading guild as well. They've got Abba's Landing. Focus on if you're looking for a place to chill and make friends. I think it's actually the behaviours are not tolerated. That's a massive plus for me. Yeah, I'm not a fan of elitism. So that sounds like perfect, to be honest. So yeah, let's send an application in there. Orders of the Knights Radiant. That's a cool name as well for a guild. I'm going to leave it at that for now. That's going to leave me one spare spot if I need it, if they all accept. As I said, I don't like just spamming guilds for invites because, yeah, you can end up like with the one you really want to get into, as I said before. And you'll end up not having a spare spot when that comes around, and they could easily blacklist you as well for just turning around and saying, well, that sounds like a person that just applies to a lot of guilds. Rather than just have their applications keep coming in, and let's just blacklist them. Saves them that time, especially if you're a newer player. A lot of guilds will have less willingness to invest time into you if you act like that way, guild hopping, etc. I've already done my stables, haven't I? Oh, I happen to know there's a sky shard out here. I'm gonna go grab that sky shard. Okay, so the next thing that I really want to do, I've got very little skill points. I've got 0 skill points, but one of the things I am aware of is I can get some good skill points. You get 1 skill point per public dungeon group event. Now, every zone will, pretty much every base zone anyway, will have a public dungeon. Some of the expansions, including Rothgar as well, which wasn't necessarily an expansion, but it was the size of an expansion, will have 2. Elsewhere has 2. I don't think Western Skyrim has actually a public dungeon though. That's one of the few expansions, I'm not mistaken, right? Western Skyrim has no public dungeon. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it has a public dungeon. I know, I'll say Elsewhere does. Somerset definitely has 2. But yeah, every one of these has a skill point in it and a sky shard. So for every 3 skill points, you're going to get a free one as well. So this is a public dungeon here, Badman's Hollows. This is the one for. Sorry. What, Western Skyrim? Oh, is it? Oh, have I just not spent any time in Western Skyrim at all? Well, apparently, so I'm informed that, yeah, Skyrim does have, maybe Blackreach has one in there as well. I perhaps wasn't paying attention to it. I know a lot of the smaller DLC zones won't have, but they do have delves, and every delve has a sky shard in it as well. So there's a good ways, and plus the fact you get XP for completing the delve by killing the delve boss down there, which is, yeah, really nice. Oh, okay, it does. Well, okay, so yep, it does have a public dungeon. Again, shows how little time I've spent in Western Skyrim. Okay, so we're heading over to portal over here. I'm not going to bother with the quest. It's a great quest in here, actually. As I said, I'm not going to bother with any quests. I really enjoy the quest, and I enjoy the fact that this entire zone looks very different after the quest. It's really cool. There aren't too many good public dungeon quests, but this was one of them. So yeah, if you do have time, I recommend it. Most public dungeons have a couple of quests in them as well that run in tandem. I'm not looking to kill these dudes, so I am literally going to do the Nightblade thing and just sneak past them. it's really good to be on a night blade to begin with, because like you can really sneak past most things and just go and get your skill points. Here is the Sky Shard. You'll find with most of these places I go to, I'm going to know exactly where the Sky Shard is and exactly where the public event is, because I've done this a gazillion times. This first one is it's a little tricky. The first time you do something, if you've got no gear on in particular, and if you've got no CP, then it becomes quite tricky. Hopefully this is not going to be the case for me. I've got very little AoE damage, so I'm all single target in a minute. You'll notice I light attack in between all my skills. That's something I highly recommend as well. It helps to generate ultimate, not that I've got an ultimate right now. I don't know why my game's like this. Bash to heal. Some heavy attacks to get some magic back. Get very little magic back now. And execute. So, hello. There we go. Okay, let me just turn my volume down, because that is really, really loud. Didn't realise just how loud it was going to be. Okay. Hopefully not quite as bad now. I'm going to take those. Look at that, Divines. That's exactly what I was looking for my research. So perfect. I'm going to take all that. I'm going to take that because it's good inspiration. Again, craft bag stuff. I'm not worried about building up anything for that because I don't have a craft bag. Just 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Crisis averted. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So what I do now is I've done this public dungeon completely. Got my skill point. I can actually have a look, see if I've got any skills to put in. Not seeing any skill points I really want to spend. Grace would be one, but yeah, no. So let's just leave it for that right now. Keep a skill point there. I'm going to go to the guild roster. This is a really good tip for new players. I'm going to look on the guild roster and think, where can I go? What zone can I travel to? And I haven't got anywhere for this one here for Alakir Desert, so I'm going to travel to Apple Cipher. I'm going to hit travel to player. This is a good way to actually get your way shrines, which is why I say be in guilds, be in plenty of guilds with plenty of active people to begin with. The main resource you're going to use them for is traveling to player and get some way shrines unlocked and get yourself around Tamriel, because ZOS for some reason don't give you a way shrine in every zone. They only give you 3 way shrines to begin with in those starter zones. Okay, so where have I landed? Okay, so I've landed in this corner. Actually, this is a really, really good way shrine for me to come to. I know a few things I can do here. Okay, I've still got no... I don't know why I'm still trying to use a mount. I'm going to run over here, because I know over in that... right there, where that glow is there, there's an actual... sky shard. There's something else I want here as well, which I'll show you, that we don't have yet. Get a sneak there, so I don't have to fight anything. I can just come straight here. I'm going to get myself my sky shard. I'm pretty sure there's a lore book nearby, which, since I'm a magic user, I'm going to want that lore book, and I'm pretty sure it's over here. So I'm going to go and grab that lore book. Whenever you travel to somebody, always, especially if you know the area or you know there's something around, or just have a look around. You can always use like a map like uesp.net. They have a really good map. Go check that map and see if there's anything in that area where you've just landed that you can utilise immediately as a new player, like lore books, sky shards, public dungeons, or even delves that you might want to get done. There is a delve here as well that I can actually get done. I'm not looking at delves. Okay. Okay, as I say, I've just got a Mundustone. The Thief's a really good one. It's a good standard one to have, especially if you're DPS. Yeah, it increases your spell and weapon crit, so it's both. Means I got more chance of critting. It's pretty much a standard stone to have as well if you're, as I say, even in game. Oh, this is a Daedric Incursion. This is a little bit like a mini dolmen, as I call them. They have some good things at these. They can drop set pieces. They're good XP. But yeah, they'll also increase your fighter's guild. So they're kind of nice to do. And as I say, they're very, very easy. This is the boss of it. So you can see it doesn't take long to get the boss out. And level me up, because good XP. I'll take that. Ooh, something to break down. A soul gem and some magic plasma as well. Nice. But yeah, they can sometimes drop set pieces, especially jewellery and things that, yeah. if you're looking to sell or break down. Okay. I'm going to head up here, because I know here there's the two of the closest sky shards in the game. Oh, Thieves Trove, but I don't have... you need the Thieves Guild skill line for that, so you're going to need to purchase a Hughes Bane if you want to open those. Theirs are good as well for getting good set pieces in from the Overland sets. It's probably a DLC that I'd recommend as well. I recommend getting all the DLCs ultimately, but I think to begin with, I'd definitely think about getting the Thieves Guild, the Dark Brotherhood, and Somerset. Those are probably your big three. Oops, some guilds just accepted me. I'm going to leave that chat. Oh, SO Social. Thank you very much. Rumbo. As I say, he won't know who I am, but unless it's secretly stalking me. But I know who the Guildmaster is there. I think the Guildmaster actually is paparazzi, but like the actual guild itself is run by Rumbo Sigor. I'll just check it is the same guild, isn't it? I know the Guildmaster's SO Social, that's right. Which is a level 1 account, I think. But yeah. Paparazzi is the one that's just probably accepted me. And Rumbo is the main dude. He's actually a really good guy. Well known in SO. He's got multiple accounts as well. You probably see all his accounts. Down here, every one of these is Rumbo, and he's spent an absolute fortune, quite clearly. If you ever go to any of those houses. Oh, that's a dolmen. I could go back and do it and get some XP, but I'm on a mission at the minute. Skill points is my main aim. Leveling up is overrated sometimes. The thing that's going to make you stronger in SO are skill points. I'm probably going to pause my stream very shortly and then resume in part 2 of this, just to deal with some real life stuff. Fun. Yeah, the 2 closest sky shards I can think of in the game here, so we've just got that one. And you see the other one over here. They're really close. In case you're looking, there's one there. They're very, very close. And then the public dungeon, which is a 3rd sky shard, is pretty close as well. But before we do that, I see a chest there. So the scorpion. It's immediate, so it's going to be good. I get through myself. Always take all items from a chest, just like a node. Chest won't respawn if you leave any items in a chest. Even if you don't want the items, just take them and destroy them. Don't be that guy that just, acts that way. Got this law book, stuff is shiny. Okay, I'm going to pause it here, and then I'll come back with a part 2 to this in a second. Yeah, just got to deal with some stuff.